Just come to the center of your mat and keeping the knees soft, just bounce and swing. This is a Qigong practice called knocking on the door of life. It awakens all the meridians that flow vertically along up and down your body with gentle taps as you bounce and swing, swinging the arms, swaying the hips. Okay, just allow it to become really intuitive. Do what feels right, don't do what doesn't. Allowing the arms to bend as you gently activate the only horizontal energy belt, which is called the Qi belt, that flows across your middle. And it also activates your kidneys by gently tapping on your kidneys on your back. And this helps because your kidneys, it wakens your kidneys up, and your kidneys are known as your energetic battery. And then we're going to tap underneath the collarbone, waking up our lungs. So our lungs bring our prana, our life force, our chi into the body. And then our kidneys assimilate that energy, that life force, that prana around the body. And then just tapping on your shoulders, releasing any tension and tightness you might find in your shoulders. Keep breathing smoothly. And coming back to just below the collarbone. And coming back, just tapping around the Qi belt. And then gently allowing the arms to straighten out, slowing down the bounce and the swing. Just coming back to center, just maybe take a moment and close down your eyes. Notice if you can feel that energy moving through your body, a little bit of fizzing and buzzing. Okay, and then we're going to take a nice soft bend in the knees. So we're not squatting, but a little soft bend in the knees. And we're going to bring our fists and our forearms together at the front of the body. And as you breathe in, you're going to open out, looking up. And as you breathe out, curl in. This is known as spinal cord breathing, opening up through the spinal cord as you breathe in, opening up through the front of the body. Breathe out, opening up through the back of the body. If I go sideways on, I'll show you. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just moving intuitively, opening up through the front of the body and the back of the body, allowing that energy to flow freely up and down the spinal cord by awakening the spinal cord. Coming back to center and taking your feet a little bit wider, about hip distance apart. And we're going to do something that's called dropping the post. So as you breathe in, you're going to take your hands into a fist and come up onto your tiptoes. As you breathe out, you're going to open your hands and swing them down with a ha. So going at your own pace, breathing in as you take the arms overhead, hands in a fist. As you breathe out, you're going to lower your heels, bending the legs slightly, and then just allow the hands to swing, fingers wide, releasing the fists with a gentle ha. Movement, breath, and sound are the best ways to get energy moving in the body. An energy that has been stored in the body needs to be released. This helps to get it all moving. So don't be afraid to use that ha sound. It's a really cleansing and releasing sound. 2 more times. And coming back to center, and you might just want to take a moment as you close down your eyes and notice how you feel. And we're going to do pendulum, we're going to do miracle bend. So we're going to breathe in, taking the arms overhead, and breathe out, swinging down. Breathe in, swinging up, breathe out, swinging down. This opens up and increases the energy to the nerves along the spine. Activates and awakens the spine. And if you wish, you can add that sound. Two more times. And then rolling up one vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders up and down, and gently bending to each side. Pendulum drops, waking up the energy along the side of your body. This is quite an energizing practice. Two more times each side. Coming back to center, and then just shifting your shoulders up and down, releasing any tension and tightness you might be feeling in your shoulders. For more energizing practice, do it fast, or you can do it slower. Yeah. That feels better for you, so whichever you prefer. Fast variation. So just working with what feels right for you today. You might start shaking your arms and give it all a little bit of a wriggle, just like a dog has a little shake or your cat has a little shake. And then coming back to center. And we're going to soften the knees, bring our hands into fists and pump the hands over the head. And as you're doing this, you're blowing out through the mouth. And you can bounce a bit if you like. So keep going at your own pace. This is a fabulous practice for releasing frustration and anger. Make the breath count. Don't be afraid to use the breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms wide, legs wide, coming into 5-pointed star. Close down your eyes. You might feel energy moving in your legs, in your palms. Notice what it feels like. This is energy in motion. And exhale, coming into goddess pose, bending the knees, hands in cactus. Breathe in into five-pointed star. Breathe out into goddess. Breathe in, five-pointed star. Breathe out, goddess. Breathe in, five-pointed star. Breathe out, goddess. Breathe in, five-pointed star. Breathe out, goddess. Placing your hands on your head. So the hands are either side of your head. And you're going to rest in goddess and push the hands out to the side. This helps to release negative energy. You may want to add a or move the hands to your heart. And again. Or just breathe normally, or blow the air out. Whatever feels right for you to do today. And then bringing the hands down by your pelvis. And the same, taking the hands out to the side, almost clapping the hands in front of your pelvis. Shifting out negative energies, releasing whatever no longer serves. And then turn to face one side, you can mirror me, and then just sweep the energy off the legs with a and round to the other side. And then sweeping your auric field with the miracle bends. And then coming back into goddess pose, you might want to take it a little lower, hands on your head and pressing out to the side. Adding the breath if you want to, with a blowing out through the mouth. Or just breathing smoothly and easily through the nose. Bring the hands to the heart center. Pressing the hands out wide and then coming back to prayer pose at your heart space. Coming back to your pelvis. And then miracle bends. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, sweeping forwards. And last time, back to goddess. Hands at heart center. Hands down by the pelvis. And sweeping off the legs. Turn to the other side. Miracle bends. Two more times. And then rolling up. Taking the arms wide, coming back to five-pointed star. Just close down your eyes. Notice how it feels. You're probably starting to feel nice and warm. Starting to feel energy moving in your body. And this time on the exhalation, we're going to come into goddess pose, with lion's breath. So sticking the tongue out, rolling the eyes up to the seat, up towards your third eye, and growling like a lion. So just join in when you're ready. So you stick the tongue out, roll the eyes up, and growl like a lion as you squat down into goddess pose. Lion's breath is great for cleansing the lungs. It's also a really great one for releasing frustration. It's also a brilliant one if you've got kids and they're winding each other up. Get them to do lion's breath together and it will make them laugh. 2 more times. Place both hands on the inside of your knee, and as you exhale, take the opposite elbow to knee. Add the with the exhalation, that gentle cleansing, releasing breath. Two more times each side. And back to center and giving it all a good shake. So just bouncing on your feet, shaking the arms. Do whatever feels right. If you've got pets, you'll see that your pets will have a little shake. You know, if they get something stuck to their fur and you take it off with them, they generally have a quick shake. They're just shaking off the energy. Okay, so this is what this is, a Kundalini shakedown. And then you can start stamping and flicking if you like. Whatever feels right for you to do. This is why it's really nice if you've got some music on and you can start to really enjoy the beats and get into it. And then just placing your hands so that the palms are facing down and just bouncing as you push any unwanted energy into the air, into the earth. And then turn the hands up, receiving any divine energy from overhead. Take the arms out to the side, palms facing down, pushing any unwanted energy or anything you want to let go of and release back into the earth, allowing her to recycle it, and then turn the palms up, receiving energy from overhead, divine energy. And have another shakedown. Shake it all out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. You might want to shake the feet. Do whatever feels right for you to do. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And then gently brushing it out into the field. Brushing it off the body, out into the field, and then gently pushing it away. And again, you can move however feels right for you. Just really feel into it. Do what feels right. There's no right or wrong. Connect your body and your mind. Just pushing that energy that doesn't serve away. And then breathe in, take the arms to the side, and as you breathe out, bring one hand in front of the body and one hand behind. Breathe in, take the arms to the side, other hand in front. And then add the breath. So this is a practice known as chi scattering. And then drawing in, taking the arms out to the side and just drawing it in. We're heading towards a spring equinox, already in the lunar new year. So focusing on new beginnings, what do you want to draw in? And it might feel like it's a bit late to be thinking about that at the beginning of March, but it's a perfect time as we approach spring and we're welcoming in all that new life. As the plants wake up, trees wake up, new beginnings, drawing it all in. And then coming up onto the tiptoes as you breathe in. And breathe out, bring the hands through center, heels onto the floor, elbows on the inside of the knees, coming into a yoga squat. Leading out through the crown of the head, just allowing this really deeply grounding pose to center you, connecting you. And then bringing your bottom to rest on the floor, crossing the legs, taking the arms out to the side, spreading the fingers wide, and doing breath of fire. So breath of fire, we concentrate on the exhalation, pumping the belly, so it goes like this. So you take a nice long smooth breath in and out, take half a breath, and then pump out through the belly. The inhalation takes care of itself as you focus on the exhalation. Now to speed it up, you can stick your tongue out and pant like a dog. Continuing to pump through the belly and then bringing the mouth closed and focusing on the breath through the nose. And then circle the hands forwards. So breath of fire awakens our solar plexus, that transformational energy. It gives us the fire and determination that we need. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your thumb and your forefinger together. Rest the palms facing up on your knees. Close down your eyes. Come inwards as you connect to the breath and just notice how you feel. 2 more smooth breaths. We're going to come onto all fours. And we're going to do a flowing child's pose practice. And so what we've done with all of that Qigong and that Kundalini is we've started to get energy moving and awakening energy in the body. So now we're going to do some stuff working on our hips, because as we know, we store a lot of emotional energy in our hips. Now, not everybody loves child's pose. So if you struggle with your knees, I would suggest you fold a blanket up and place it on the mat. And then you're going to bring your knees wide and your toes together, okay? And hopefully that will soften up enough to make it enjoyable. And you're going to rest your forearms on the floor, and then you're just going to shift backwards and forwards, okay? Breathing in as you move forwards, breathe out as you move back. If this is still not nice for the knees, it's a bit icky for the knees, fold the blanket over again. And this time, allow your knees to hang off the blanket so they're not actually engaging with the floor. Can you see I've got a bit of gap there? And that will be really nice for your knees, okay? So however you're doing it, toes together, knees wide, and then just moving backwards and forwards. Breathing in as you come forwards, breathe out as you come back. Two more times. And then sinking back into child's pose. Forehead on the floor if you can reach the floor with your foot head. Otherwise, use your fists or your yoga blocks or a cushion so that you have that connection with that third eye mama point, soothing and calming your nervous system. Coming back to the breath. Nice, smooth breaths in and out. Two more smooth breaths here. And then bringing the knees slightly inwards, curling the toes under and coming into downward dog. Walking your dog, alternate heels towards the floor. As you activate and stretch through your glutes, hamstrings and calves. And then lower both heels towards the floor, connect to the palms. Follow the energy from the palms all the way along the arms, up the spine, down the legs to the heels tucked behind the ankles. Breathe in, take the right leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Press through the heel, toes facing towards the floor. Breathe out, drawing that knee up towards your right wrist. Bringing the lower leg out on an angle, coming into pigeon pose. I'm going to come faceways on so that you can see. So the leg is out on an angle like that. And the back leg is stretched out behind you. You're going to come up onto your fingertips and as you're opening up through the chest as you breathe in. As you breathe out, floating down. Breathe in, breathe out. So keep going at that pace. I'm going to come sideways on so you can see how it looks from the side. I'm coming up, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So just flowing through the pigeon. Two more times. And then floating over your legs. You can rest your fists on your forehead on your fists or on your palms or on a block. Or if you have the flexibility, bringing the forehead to the floor as you just melt into pigeon pose. Opening up through the outer hip, the lower back. Notice any tension or tightness you may feel in your hip and try and imagine the breath massaging it. Keep breathing smoothly, long, slow, smooth breaths in and out through the nose if you can. Two more smooth breaths here. And then gently guiding yourself back up. Take the other leg to the back of the mat and come to rest on the opposite side to the leg that you had up in the air in downward dog and into pigeon pose. And you're going to, as you breathe in, you're going to take your fist and your knee up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, bring them back to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Keep going at your own pace. Two more times. And then come to rest on your back. Both feet on the floor. Breathe in, take the leg that you were just lifting up towards the ceiling. It's my right leg. So the same leg that you've been using all the way through, you're going to take that up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're going to bring the ankle to the knee and flex the foot. And then taking hold of the other thigh as you lift the foot off the floor, coming in to thread the needle. The more you flex that foot, the deeper the stretch in the outer hip. You can also use your elbow on the inner thigh to gently guide the knee out to the side. Keep breathing smoothly. Again, opening up, this time through the inner thigh, the outer hip and the lower back. Two more smooth breaths here. Releasing the foot, keeping the knees and the feet together. Arms either in cactus or hands at shoulder height, palms facing down. As you breathe out, lower the knees down to one side. Breathe in, draw the knees through center, and breathe out, lower them down to the other side. So we're doing a flowing, simple twist. Breathing out as you lower the knees to one side, breathe in, draw the knees through center, breathe out to the other side. Try, if you can, to turn the head in the opposite direction to the knees. We're going to do one more time each side. Coming back to center. Take the same leg as you've been focusing on up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the knee over the other knee. Breathe in, lifting both feet off the floor, and breathe out, lower down to the opposite side, resting either on the big toe or the knee, coming into shoelace pose. Keep breathing smoothly. And coming back to center, hug your knees into your chest and gently rock and roll 2 or 3 times from the back of your head, and then roll, crossing the feet, rolling over, coming back into child's pose. So grabbing your blanket if you need to protect the knees, toes together, knees out wide, resting on the forearms, exhaling as you sink back onto the heels, breathing in as you move forward. So just rocking backwards and forwards. Two more times, and then sink back into child's pose, forehead connecting with the floor or a cushion or a block or your hands. Closing down your eyes, turn inwards. Keep breathing smoothly. Reconnecting with your breath. This pose is a beautiful pose for massaging your intestines, so great for digestion. It opens up through your lower back, calms and soothes your nervous system. Great pose to do just before you go to bed as well. 2 more smooth breaths here. And then coming up onto your hands and knees, curling the toes under, coming back into downward dog, and this time coming up onto the tiptoes as you breathe in. Breathe out, lower the heels and lift the toes. Breathe in, coming up onto the tiptoes. Breathe out, lower the heels and lift the toes. Breathe in, coming up onto the tiptoes. Breathe out, lower the heels and lift the toes. On the next inhalation, take the other leg up towards the ceiling, pressing through the heel, toes facing towards the floor as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to swing that knee to the wrist, taking the lower leg out on a slight angle or parallel with the front of the mat if you have that flexibility with your feet, with your hips and your knees. And then breathe in, opening up through the front of the body. Breathe out, flow forwards. Breathe in, breathe out, going at your own pace, doing what feels right for you to do. Two more times. And then just floating to the floor. Again, resting the third eye, either on your hands, a block, a cushion, or the floor. And just melting into pigeon pose. You may become aware that one hip is tighter than the other, and that's really perfectly normal. Use your breath to massage any tension and tightness that you might find in your hips. Keep breathing smoothly. And then gently coming back up and coming to rest on your other side with your elbow underneath the shoulder, forearm facing forwards, knees bent. Take the upper hand into a fist, and as you breathe in, lift the knee and the hand. Breathe out, release the knee and hand back to the floor. And then coming to rest on your back. Feet flat on the floor, about hip distance apart. Take the leg you've just been working up towards the ceiling as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, rest the ankle just below the knee. Flex the foot. Support the thigh with your hands as you lift the foot off the floor, coming in to thread the needle. Opening up through the outer hip, the lower back, the inner thigh. Just keep breathing smoothly. You can even close down your eyes and turn inwards if you like. And then releasing the foot from the knee, keeping the knees and the feet together, arms extended at shoulder height. Take a breath in and release the knees down to one side, turning the head and the other. Breathing in, bringing the knees through center, and breathe out, coming down to the other side. So just allowing the knees to flow through, simple twist with the breath. One more time each side. And then returning the leg that we've been moving up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, exhale, crossing the knees. Take a nice smooth breath in. And as you exhale, taking the knees down to the opposite side, turning your head in the opposite direction, coming into shoelace pose. And that takes the simple twist a bit deeper into the IT band and the outer hip. Keep breathing smoothly. And then bringing the feet back onto the floor, about hip distance apart, and gently allow the knees to rest on one side and then the other, windscreen wipering the knees. Just releasing the hips. So you may find that you're a little more emotional tonight if you watch the telly and maybe there's an advert on with some babies or something. You may feel a little more emotional because you've released some of that emotional energy that has been held up in your hips. Just go with it, let it out, let it flow. There's a lot of what's known as purging going on at the moment, lots of really high energy with the solar flares and everything that is going on, and just letting go of anything that doesn't serve. With tears, it's a great way to release any energy that isn't serving us. Okay, so we're going to come into the final resting pose. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together if you're not using the bolsters. If you're using the bolsters, I'm going to show you what to do in a minute. Taking cushions or yoga blocks or books to support the knees. And I really would urge you to support the thighs, because this is a really big stretch through the inner thighs and the groin and the pelvis. And if you support the knees, it's much more bearable. So you've got that supported Supta Konasana. Or you can use your bolster, stack it up at one end with some books or cushions or whatever you've got, blocks. So you've got that stacked up at one end, and you'll notice that the bolster's got quite a, I don't know how much you can see actually because it's quite dark in here. It's got quite a sharp end. So you're going to soften that by rolling up your blanket, and then you'll get to sit on your blanket with the soles of your feet together, and again grabbing something, cushions or bolsters, to support your thighs. And you're going to just allow your breath to flow freely. So all of that energy that we've awoken and got moving, we're now just going to take some time, some stillness, to just let this energy flow through us and out. I'd like to invite you to bring your awareness to the sole of your right foot, and then the sole of your left foot, to the top of your right foot, and then rest your awareness on the top of your left foot. Bring your awareness to your right shin and calf, and then allow your awareness to drift to your left shin and calf, back to your right kneecap, and bounce over to your left kneecap. Allow your awareness to rest on your right thigh, and then on your left thigh, your right hip, and your left hip, your right waist, your left waist, your right chest, your left chest. Allow your awareness to rest on your right shoulder, and then on your left shoulder, on the top of your right arm, on the top of your left arm. Drift your awareness back to your right elbow, and then to your left elbow, to your right forearm, to your left forearm, to your right palm, your left palm. And then bring your awareness to your face. Allow your awareness to rest on your chin, your mouth, teeth, tongue. Become aware of the tip of your nose, your right cheek, your left cheek, your right ear, your left ear, your right eye, your left eye. Become aware of your forehead, and then finally rest your awareness on the crown of your head. And then I'd like to invite you to imagine that you're breathing in a golden healing light through the soles of your feet. Drawing that golden healing energy into your belly, your heart, as it flows through your body. And as you breathe out, imagine it flowing out through the crown of your head, filling your auric field, your electromagnetic field. And then breathe in and draw in more golden healing energy from overhead. Draw it down into your third eye, your throat, heart, into your belly. And breathe it out into the soles of your feet and out back into your auric field. So you're allowing this beautiful healing energy to flow through your body with each inhalation and then flow out into your field with each exhalation. As you breathe in, draw that golden healing energy up from your feet, through your body, out through the crown of your head, filling the field that surrounds you, your electromagnetic field. And then breathe in, draw golden healing energy from overhead, in through the crown. Allow it to flow all the way through your body and out through the soles of your feet. Just keep breathing smoothly, imagining this flow of this beautiful golden healing energy. And as this energy flows through your body, allow it to fill every cell, every system, every organ with golden healing light. And as it flows out, allow it to fill your field, your 8th chakra, also known as your soul star chakra, your electromagnetic field, your auric field. Fill it with that golden healing energy and feel that field expanding. It can expand up to 8, 10 feet. This protects us and it projects. Resting in this golden halo, in the warm embrace of this golden healing energy. And repeat the words, I welcome this rest and healing practice. I welcome this rest and healing practice. As you allow the last of that golden healing light to flow out into the field, using your hands, gently guide your knees back together at the top and walking your feet to the edge of the mat so that your knees come into like a teepee shape. Just counterposing that big stretch through your groin, and your pelvis and your inner thighs. And then walking the feet a bit closer together and gently windscreen wipering the knees, just bringing some movement back to your body. And if you're on the bolsters, you're going to gently roll off the bolsters. If you're lying on the floor, you're going to just roll onto your side. And just taking a few breaths of transition. And then when you're ready, you're going to guide yourself back onto your knees into rock pose, keeping your eyes closed and head hung low. So if it's comfortable for you to sit in rock pose, sit like this. Otherwise, use the blankets like we did with child's pose, or maybe sitting straddled across a bolster or a cushion. That's quite a bit softer on the knees. Make sure you've got the blanket underneath your knees if you need it, or just sit cross-legged or on the couch or on a chair. And we're going to finish the practice with Sat Kriya. So you're going to interlace your fingers. I'm going to come up to the screen. Interlace your fingers, 4 fingers up towards the ceiling, left thumb over the right for ladies, and right thumb over the left for gentlemen. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Reach up, sweeping the field, bring the hands back to heart center. Namaste.